What's going on, everyone? So, Bronny James is coming off of a monster game, career high, had an absolute just monster dunk. Definitely is his father's and has those genes, right? 31 points, career high, 5 of 11 from 3-point range, 3 assists, 2 steals. And he's been a monster since the regular season started. He's played in 3 regular season games. In those 3 regular season games, he's played 33 minutes. He's averaging 23 points on 17.7 field goals, shooting 43.4% from the field. 8 of those field goal attempts are from 3-point range. He's shooting almost 46% from 3-point range in the regular season for the G League at 45.8%. He's shooting almost 89% from the foul line on 88.9% to be exact on 3 attempts. He's averaging 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, and he has been a plus 16 when he is on the court, and the G League squad has been a minus 19 when he is off the court. Now, if you look at his total stats, counting tournament, everything like that he's played in, he's averaging 15 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. But again, since the regular season has started, he has looked like a very good, comparable NBA player. Obviously, hasn't really translated yet to the NBA. G League is not the same as the NBA. They're 2 very different things. There are a lot of guys that have been just absolute monster superstars in the G League and have never been able to translate to the actual NBA, the actual league, because it's just very different and talent level, everything, physicality, speed, all of that. But Bronny James and what we've seen thus far from him is exciting, right? Because he is looked at as a piece for the future. He is looked at as a guy that is going to be around. We'll see what happens post LeBron era. If LeBron ends up, retiring, do the Lakers end up keeping Bronny around? I think it really comes down to what does Bronny turn into as a player in the next, year or two. Defensively, he's there. You're not worried, like the defensive side of things, his hustle, his energy, his effort, right? Like those are the things that you can count on. But it's just, can he develop the playmaking? Can he develop kind of that all-around versatile game? But like I've talked about, right? Like if he can just be like a more athletic Gabe Vincent, right? Like what we've seen recently from Gabe Vincent, that's perfect, right? Like not everybody has to be a superstar. Not everyone has to be the best player in the league. Obviously, it'd be great if Bronny could become a star or an all-star one day, or something like that, or become a superstar one day. But even if he doesn't, it's okay. That's fine. Right? If he can just be a very good rotation piece for us, a point of attack, 3-and-D style guard that can defend multiple positions and defend big, but also knock down threes and, on an efficient clip and stuff. And just be that type of dirty work hustle guy that's, sacrificing his body, diving for loose balls, creating turnovers and just having an impact on both sides of the basketball. They can go a long way. Right, because again, yes, you need the starting caliber guys. Yes, you need the stars. Yes, you need those key pieces. But you also need the role guys. You also need the rotation pieces. You also need the guys that can have the impact, come in and just give you positive production, give you positive minutes. Right, it's what we talked about, like guys like Jared Vanderbilt and Dorian Finney-Smith and things like that. Right now, obviously, I'm not saying Bronny James will be any of those things. I mean, he could end up being a bust, right? He may not ever translate. Who knows? But what I do know is he's a 20-year-old kid that if he was anyone else other than Bronny James, if he was Dronny Brames, this dude, like, we'd be hyping him up and talking about how we got, the steal of the draft in the second round, right? But because it's, Bronny and it's LeBron's son, there is this negative stigma, and there is just people that are just going to constantly hate on this kid. I mean, he's been very impressive in the G League. I want to keep it, the facts that he's in the G League. Obviously, again, it hasn't translated to the actual NBA. NBA games, he has been rough, but he also hasn't gotten real rotation minutes. He hasn't really gotten to play for real, right? He's just kind of out there in garbage time, and the fans are all energetic and into it, and he's just kind of shot chucking rather than getting into a rhythm and playing within a game. right? And playing with structure and stuff. You're just trying, when you're getting in there, you're just trying to get in and get out. I mean, he's averaging 2.4 minutes per game, right? In 12 games that he's played. You're not going to get much production. I don't care how good you are. Give somebody 2 minutes and see how much production that guy actually gives you, right? Like, it's not about right now. It's, what does he look like just like any other 55th pick in the draft, right? What does he look like year 2, year 3, year 4, right? What does he look like when he gets to be 23, 24, right? Can he be that actual key piece for us? Can he be a rotation asset? Can he be a starting level guy? Maybe he will be, right? Maybe we are looking at our future starting point guard for the Lakers in 4 years. He's the guy coming in and he's just like a legit two-way guy. Right? I'm not saying that he's going to end up being Ja Morant or anything like that, but even if he's not, like, he doesn't have to be. Right? If he could just be, say a 10, 5, and 5 guy on, great efficiency and just being a great defensive piece and just an absolute monster point of attack, can play on ball, play off ball, and just be a real integral part to this team, that's all you could ask for. Right? Especially with the second round pick at the end of the draft. Right? Like, again, like you're praying that you draft somebody like that and he actually becomes a real player. Right? Most 99.99% of second round picks, I mean, even most first round picks don't ever become anything, let alone a guy that is drafted, in the 55th pick. But this was a guy that, before the heart issue, before the cardiac arrest, he was a guy that was projected to be, a top 20 pick. I mean, he was originally, if I'm not mistaken off the top of my head, he was, I think 15 going into like the season, again, before cardiac arrest and everything. He was projected to go, I believe it was 15th to the Atlanta Hawks was what it was. And then, obviously circumstances happen and things change for him. But I mean, look, I've said it, but the fact that he's even playing basketball again is a blessing in and of itself. Right. And again, if this was anybody else, literally anybody other than LeBron's kid, right, we'd all be singing a different tune. We'd all be talking about a very different manner. And look, it's not everybody. I mean, most people understand and get what it is and, are excited to see the young man grow and develop. But, like, again, we should treat him like we would any other draft pick, right? Like, if he's continuing to be great, then good. If he continues to grow and develop and, and like I said, 2-3 years from now, he actually becomes a rotation piece, great. If he's not, then so be it. Right? But we can't, it's crazy to me. The type of just like negativity there is around this young man. Right? For nothing, right? It's not like he's out there like being this menace or anything like that. Like the dude's just hoops, works hard, plays hard, but he's Bron's kid, right? And, it's crazy to me, right? It's just like, this is a young man who is working very hard and showing what he could potentially be. You're seeing the potential in real time, right? Now, will it ever translate? I don't know. But even if it doesn't, right? Like the fact that you're seeing him at least make the attempt and showing the signs, it's good. Good sign, right? Like the things that we're seeing from him were the things that we were hoping to see from Jalen Hood-Schifino, and we never saw it. And he was a first round pick, right? Like Bronny might actually develop into something. And if he doesn't, he doesn't, right? It's just like most second round picks, most 55th picks in the draft. Right? There's very few ever that have been actual rotation pieces and, and had longevity in this league. Most of them are out of the league 2-3 years later, right? So the fact that he's actually showing signs and looking good is he on the Lakers in part because of his dad? Sure. Right, but he was going to get, like, other teams wanted to draft him. Other teams wanted to grab him with or without LeBron. All right, like, you saw Rich Paul had to actually make an effort to not have teams draft him so he could go play with his dad. And it is a historic moment. It is all that. And I get that there's a lot of just, like, attention and buzz tied to it that there wouldn't be otherwise. Right? Like, I get that, if this was any other 55th pick, there wouldn't be, as much hype. And there wouldn't be as much, kind of narrative and story around it. But again, like from a basketball perspective, right? Like drown out the noise both ways. What is he looking like? What is he producing? And he's so far looking good and producing. That's what you want to see. You want to see the progress from your young players. that can grow and develop. Again, he's 20 years old, right? He has a long road ahead of him. And so if he can get there, that'd be great. I mean, look, he's on the Lakers, whether you like it or not. And if you're a Laker fan, why wouldn't you want to support him? Why wouldn't you want to see him have success? Because if he's successful, then the Lakers are probably going to be successful, right? If he's really good, then the Lakers are probably going to be really good at some point, right? So, like, I want to see him be good, just like I want to see all our young guys. I want to see our Mel Traore be good, Quincy Olivari be good, right? Dalton Connect and Max Christie and these guys. I want to see them all be good. I mean, look at Max Christie. Right, 2 years. Granted, he didn't really get the consistency or play that we wanted, but now look at him. Now he's stepped in and he's been a great two-way guy for us. Right, he's not a star, he's not a superstar, he's nothing like that. Now, could he still get there? Sure, he's young, right? But even if he doesn't, even if he's just like, even if he stays the player he's been, but just like more mature and experienced, and is just like a prototypical 3-and-D guy, well, guess what? That's great. And then if Bronny can develop and become a legit 3-and-D style guard that can get you, like I said, 12, 5 and 5 or something like that, knock down 2 or 3 threes a game. And then you have Max Christie who's giving you, 12, 4 and 4 or whatever, right? Like that's good. You have the defensive backcourt, right? Like that could be something at some point, right? And then you get a star at the wing or something, right? Like a lot can happen. But anyway, it's been impressive. It was really nice to see the game and just the hype and the excitement that was a result of that game. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. Best question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? What are your opinion on Bronny James? Have you been happy to see him have some success in the G League thus far? Again, however you feel, whatever your thoughts are, I'd love to hear it out of the way. Let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. So we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one.